and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing my top splurge luxury skincare products. So all these products that I'm going to be mentioning are greater than $100. So a little bit of a hard pill to swallow in terms of how it's going to feel on your wallet. However, these are products that I have found extremely effective. They do as they claim, and they have just quality ingredients that I think you're not going to find in a less expensive and cheaper quality product. So really, these are the ones that I think, yes, go ahead and spend the money. Again, totally personal preference. You may look at these ingredients and these products and think, hell to the effing no, am I going to buy this? But this is my personal opinion and things that I've tried and tested and really just found a love for. I have tested numerous different products, if not more than 100 products in the natural skincare realm. And I've narrowed it down to less than 10 skincare products that I think are worth the splurge. And I can tell you one thing, I have way more than these products that are greater than $100 sitting in my skincare cabinet. So I've really narrowed it down, and you're going to kind of see that as we chat through the products. The other thing I want to say is that I feel like there are a few categories of skincare products. You have the inexpensive yet ineffective skincare products, things that look really good and sound really good for your wallet. You can buy so many different products and you're only spending $100 on like a full skincare routine, yet, or maybe only $50 on a skincare routine, yet you're not going to get the results you want. You may also have the very affordable products that are absolutely amazing and have quality ingredients, and the company has found a way to make it affordable. There's also products that are just way too expensive and not worth the price tag. They are overpriced because of the name or God knows what else. And then you also have the products that are expensive but totally worth the splurge, and that is what we are focusing on in today's video. I also will be filming a middle range skincare products, so between $50 to $100, as well as a products under $50 that I absolutely love. And so I think this really helps with anyone looking at either buying themselves or treating themselves to an expensive product, or maybe treating someone else in their family or friends to an expensive product, or looking at something that's a bit more budget friendly or middle range, depending on whatever your budget is and all that stuff. So that's why I wanted to create this video, and I hope you guys enjoy watching. And without any further ado, we'll get right into all the products that I have. So the one thing I do want to say before I actually get into the products is you're going to notice that there are absolutely no cleansers in this category, and that is really for a specific reason. I don't think you need to spend more than $100 on a cleanser, and it really comes down to the cleanser's only sitting on your skin for a brief period of time, unless it's a no-rinse cleanser, which I'll actually talk about in my $50 to $100 range products. You're not really going to find a ton of benefits. Yes, you want a good enough quality cleanser that it's really truly cleaning your skin and getting rid of that dirt and that makeup, but you do not need to spend $100 or more on a cleanser for it to be effective. So that's why you will find no cleansers in today's video. All right, with that being said, let's get right into some facial masks. So I have 3 facial masks that are over $100 that I want to chat about. And yes, it seems expensive to wear a mask that you're not applying every single day to your face that's over $100. I think the way to look at it is masks are almost like kind of a facial, in my opinion. It's an at-home facial that you're able to do to treat a skincare problem, or if your skin is a little bit more problematic or irritated at that time. It's almost like you're going in for a facial and you're doing something that's kind of in this self-care, skincare realm, and it just feels really incredible to apply something. But at the same time, you may get really effective results if you use more expensive products. So I have narrowed it down to 3 masks that I really like and enjoy that are really worth the splurge. The first one is the Goop Instant Exfoliating Facial, and I have used probably about half of this. There you go, kind of dimmed everything else. So this mask has the teeniest bit of grit to it, so it has a little bit of that exfoliating, physical exfoliating property to it. But the amazing thing about this mask is the chemical exfoliation. So it is called the Exfoliating Instant Facial. So it really does help to slaw off that dead skin cells, and both topically, but also kind of goes a little bit further into the skin as well to kind of clear out some pores and really refine for that baby smooth bum skin, baby bum skin. Does that make sense? So this has both AHAs and BHAs. I have a video talking about AHAs and BHAs somewhere along the lines. I will post it somewhere in this video if I figure out how to do that, or in the description box down below. So AHAs work really well at kind of refining and exfoliating the top layer of the skin and really helping with textural issues. And then BHAs kind of work by kind of going into the pores and clearing out the pores and making them appear smaller. They're not necessarily making them smaller. You can't physically do that, but definitely with the appearance of pores and really getting into that deeper layer to get the smoothest, softest, tightest skin. So it really kind of helps in that anti-aging, and then also just making your skin look really nice and plump and beautiful. And the great thing about this mask is that it's a great precursor to applying some of your treatment serums, whether hydrating or more active ingredients that are going to be then able to penetrate deeper into your skin and really work better. If you have a layer of that dead skin sitting on top of your better, newer skin, and by that I mean the cells, what you're going to find is that active ingredient in those serums are going to have a harder time actually penetrating deep and really showing results. So you always want to make sure that you're exfoliating. So I love using this maybe 1 to 2 times a week. And the thing with this though is 2 considerations. If you've seen the video with Gwyneth actually applying this, she applies the thickest layer that I've ever seen someone apply this product, and that is totally unnecessary. You really don't need that much for it to be effective. I actually just kind of use maybe a quarter size amount for my whole face, and I just massage it in, and you're gonna see your skin through. It's totally normal. And you also don't need to leave it on that long. You're not going to apply this mask and go watch a movie that is far too long to apply it. I have found the sweet spot for myself is 1 to 2 minutes, and then I rinse it off. So sometimes I'll apply it and then I'll do like brush my teeth and stuff. That's about it. And then maybe wait a little bit longer and then I wash it off. I've left this on my skin for longer than 2 minutes, almost I think 5 minutes, and it left my skin extremely red and irritated. So you have to play around with the timing of what works best for you. I say a good indication is if you feel like it's starting to work or tingle, then you can remove it. So I love this. It is $195 Canadian, about 175 US, I believe, which is expensive. But the way I look at it is that if you're going for, you know, a good quality facial, you're likely going to spend about $100 per facial. So you're going to get 2 professional facials, or you're going to get several baby facials or instant facials with this product. Obviously, you're not getting that relaxation aspect of it as compared to going for a professional facial, but if you're just looking for the results, this really is an impactful product. The next product I have is the Lindstrom Skin The Honey Mud. This is currently, I think, unavailable and being reformulated. I think it has to do with the cacao in it, but for the most part, the benefits and the bulk of the ingredients are remaining the same. And I do have one of the original prior to the reformulation here. I absolutely love this mask, because it smells amazing. It definitely has that sweet kind of honey smell. Immediately as I smell it, along with a lot of Lindstrom's products, is that you find it really gives you that aromatherapy aspect of skincare, which kind of ties into, you know, wellness and self-love, in my opinion, when it comes to skincare. And this is one of those masks I will apply on my skin and just let it sit there and really just relax, watch a movie with this mask on. It does not dry down. It does remain kind of like sticky on your skin, just as it does when you first apply it. So you'll find that I leave it on for 30 minutes approximately, sometimes even up to an hour if I gotta get lost in a movie or a TV show. And then I just take some dip in my fingertips with some warm water and I start to massage it, and it kind of turns milky, and then I rinse it off with a washcloth. This contains raw honey. It is a non-vegan product, so if that is something that's important to you, then this may not be the product that you are going to opt for. But honey has some amazing properties to it. It is antibacterial, it is antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, so those combination of anti-inflammatory, antibacterial are going to be amazing for any acne prone, oily skin types, people who are prone to breakouts and pimples, because it's going to kind of prevent bacteria from sitting on the surface of the skin for new breakouts, and it's also going to help with bringing the redness and the inflammation down of current breakouts. It also has some enzymatic properties to it as well, so it's going to be a great gentle exfoliator. It's definitely not going to be anywhere near as exfoliating or active as this facial mask, but it's going to gently kind of slaw off the dead skin. I find after I take this mask off, not only is my skin extremely soft and supple, but it's very smooth and refined and toned. So this has been such an incredible mask. It actually lasts an incredibly long time. It's a very generous amount. I'm probably about halfway done, and I've used this several times, and it just feels so soothing on the skin. You can also alternatively use this as a cleanser. Like I said, I don't think you need to spend this much money on a cleanser. But if you want to know how to use it as a cleanser, you can apply like a quarter size amount, add a little bit of water, and it turns into that milky texture, and then you can massage it into the skin. I prefer to use it as a facial treatment mask, and I use this a couple times a week. And the last splurge facial mask I have is the Kypris Deep Forest Clay Mask. This is extremely expensive, like $170 Canadian. I believe it was actually cheaper initially when I first purchased this. I think it was $116, which is still under the criteria of above $100, but it has gotten significantly more expensive since then. But I would sadly still repurchase it. And the reason behind that is it is extremely detoxifying. It is exfoliating. It's got numerous different active clays in it that are going to detoxify the skin, draw out impurities and dirt and excess sebum. And it also smells really great. Like no other mask smells like this in my opinion. It smells kind of like dirt, soil, forest, really reflective of the name. My boyfriend thinks it smells disgusting, but I actually really quite enjoy the rustic kind of dirt smell. So if that's something that doesn't sound anywhere near what you would like, then you may hate this mask because it really is extremely earthy. But it definitely gives you results. Same thing, I feel that my skin is super clean when I remove it, but not clean to the point where, you know, you feel like your skin is tight and dry and like the life's been sucked out of it. It actually really helps to withdraw those impurities and give you clean skin, but feel really hydrated and supple at the same time, which is why I think this is such a unique mask. And really when I come back from like a few days at work, or I feel like my skin is just acting up a little bit more than usual, I will go for this mask. So those are all the masks. I'm going to move on to the, I guess, serums. So this is kind of like a serum, kind of like a toner. I kind of think it's a little bit of both. This is the Nateur Holi water. This is called the Hyaluronic Pearl and Rose Toner. The reason why I wouldn't necessarily call this a toner or a facial mist is because the pump actually kind of squirts out the product. The second reason why is it kind of has a little bit more of a gel texture to it, and it feels kind of like hyaluronic acid. It doesn't have hyaluronic acid as one of the ingredients in it. And oh my goodness, I actually just talked about this product in my Instagram because it is just incredible. It honestly gives you instant dewiness, plumpness. It fills out your fine lines and wrinkles. It also is an amazing duo with the Holy C, which is another product I'll be mentioning shortly. It's got pearl in it, which is a really unique ingredient I don't see very often, but it really helps with that dewiness and that luminosity and that really glowing from within look. The hyaluronic acid is a starlight ingredient that's going to fill out the fine lines and wrinkles in your skin and kind of just make your skin look like so youthful, so plump. It's also got cucumber toner in it, which is very good for soothing the skin, and rose water, again, very amazing at soothing the skin. It's just such a superstar product, and the only toner that I own that's greater than $100 that I would 1000% repurchase. The next product I have is the Agent Nateur Holi C. I just mentioned that I will use these in combination with each other. The Holi C is a powder-based vitamin C. So it's literally, this little vial is all just powder, and you just actively mix it. You're going to pop a little pea-sized amount in the palm of your hand and mix it with the Holi water and create your own active vitamin C serum. This has a combination of 2 organic ingredients that are really simple and pure and in the highest potency. It has a vitamin C derivative, which is sodium ascorbyl phosphate, as well as calcium in it. And both of these are really going to help to lift up hyperpigmentation and boost elastin and collagen, and also help prevent the breakdown of collagen in your skin from free radical oxidative stress and damage. So there are so many benefits to a vitamin C. It also is a vitamin C derivative, so it's going to be far less irritating for skin types that are sensitive to traditional L-ascorbic acid, which is the pure vitamin C form. There are far fewer studies on vitamin C derivatives as compared to L-ascorbic acid for the skin. However, there are also so many studies saying that L-ascorbic acid can be quite irritating to the skin. It requires very, very acidic environment for it to remain stable and prevent oxidizing, and so vitamin C derivatives kind of came about to help protect the potency and protect the shelf life of vitamin C's. So vitamin C's can be a little bit tricky when you're looking for a less irritating vitamin C derivative. However, I have personally found, and why I'm sharing this, visible results since using this. I actually went on vacation just about a month ago now is when I returned, and the amount of freckles that came on my skin, the amount of melasma I had on my skin was very significant. I had a lot of dark spots throughout my skin, a lot of freckles. I always have kind of freckles on my nose, but significant amount right here. I have been using this daily for the past month since I returned from my trip, and honestly, I am shocked to see how toned and how even my skin tone looks. Since we were talking about Agent Nateur, I thought I would just kind of jump into this one, and it's the Agent Nateur Holi Oil. This is a youth refining serum, and I know Agent Nateur seems to be like a trend or a bulk of this video, but really the reasoning behind that is that I really enjoy the products. They're really high quality ingredients that are ethically sourced, basically farm to manufacturer, and I think that they have provided me with incredible results in even a very short amount of time, and that's what I look for, is like, wow, I've noticed my skin looks my skin tone looks so much more even, or, you know, I'm already noticing that like my skin looks like the expression lines in my forehead are less noticeable, or wow, that product, literally as soon as I applied it, made my skin look so plump and dewy and youthful without any makeup. So that is kind of how I have been looking at it. And this is by no means an exception to the rest of her products. It is incredible. It is a natural vitamin A, so it's going to give you kind of that retinol property without being a retinol. So it's going to be safer than a retinol. If you really want to go very natural, then finding a retinol alternative such as a vitamin A natural source such as a rosehip oil is a great route to go. And this product has been really incredible. It smells amazing. It really kind of gives me that luxury feel to my skin, and it's just been such a lovely part of my nightly skincare routine. It honestly, from the packaging to the product itself, really just screams luxury to me, and I have been really enjoying using this. And the last product I have is the Osea. This is the Hyaluronic C Serum. This is a botanically sourced hyaluronic acid with numerous different other ingredients, different kelps that are all ocean inspired. It has an incredibly like jelly-like consistency, and hyaluronic acid is known to hold over 1,000 times its weight in water. Really just kind of add this beautiful youthfulness to the skin. And honestly, just makes it feel so supple and juicy is like the best way I can describe it. A little bit goes a long way. You can see I barely made a dent, and I've used this numerous times. So it lasts you a long time. It runs you about 119 Canadian dollars. If you want to go for a more luxury hyaluronic acid that's going to be extremely lightweight, yet really pack a punch in terms of hydration and intercellular hydration, then I recommend this one. I do have a cheaper alternative if you were looking for something that's more on the affordable side that I'll discuss my under $50 favorites. So I really like both of the hyaluronic acids I own. This is one of the luxury hyaluronic acids I own, and it's got a bunch of other ingredients that really support the skin's barrier, and it kind of has that hyaluronic acid component with so many other hydrating and healing ingredients that are going to be amazing for your skin. So it really comes down to personal preference, but I have not been disappointed with this product. The other thing I want to mention that I didn't say earlier is that talking about Lindstrom. Now, I own quite a few products from Lindstrom, the line, and all of which of the products are over $100, and really only one of these ones has stood out to be my favorite and one that I will repurchase. And that really just comes down to preference. Some people are diehard Lindstrom fans and love and use the whole line as their full skincare routine, and that is totally acceptable, and if that's what you love, then absolutely. I own the Clean Dirt and the Problem Solver, and I think for me it really comes down to the ritual and the scent of those are a little bit too strong for me, or something that really just only piques my interest at certain times of the year. For example, the Problem Solver is something I kind of gravitate towards more in the late fall and winter time, just because of that chocolatey kind of aromatic scent that it really gives off. The Clean Dirt has never really been one of my favorite products. I think I just got really sucked into the Lindstrom hype and obviously beautiful packaging that I picked that one up. But that has really been one that I've used probably the fewest amount of times compared to any other skincare product I own. And then the Blue Cocoon, that was one of my favorite products for a long time before I kind of grew my collection. And I think it really comes down to, it's a $240 product. It is way above $100, and it is good, and it's calming, and the aroma is just so intoxicating, but I just don't reach for it as much. And I think it really comes down to just noticing how clear and dewy and youthful and fresh my skin has looked and felt using other products that are maybe at a more affordable price range or middle range price tag that I just don't reach for it as much. And so it's kind of been pushed to the back burner in terms of one of my top favorites. And I think one of the other things that kind of steered me away from that product was, if you ever followed me on Instagram for a while now, you may have seen one of my Instagram stories of the unfortunate event that happened with the Blue Cocoon, where if you've seen it before, it's a very smooth, balmy blue color. And what happened to my product is that somehow the formulation broke down, and it turned into all these little waxy balls and kind of like a blue soup, I almost want to call it. And there had been no change in the environment or the temperature or light exposure that it would have caused that. So it was almost a puzzle to me. Lindstrom did reach out for any of you who are curious and said that it was completely normal, and that what you can do is you can heat it up. So you can put it in a bowl of hot water, warm water, melt it, and then re-solidify in the fridge. But following that, even though it did look better and more like a balm, it just never performed the same as it did before. And I just don't think a product that's $240 should do that. That being said, I think that Lindstrom creates beautiful products and is such a beautiful person, and I do really love this product. It's just the Blue Cocoon's not in this list for that reason. So if any of you who are curious and have heard me talk about it before, that is the reason why it's not in this video. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone who's watched and tuned in. I hope you guys found this video informative and useful, and if you really want to go ahead and splurge on a product for yourself or someone else, then this hopefully gives you some inspiration. Okay, bye guys.